Hey there, guys. Spooky Izzy 7 here. And this is the month of January, and that means this is before they got overrated. And for this month, our highlight is Sunsoft. So, the one game we are going to be pumping out of the barrel for this evening is Gremlins 2 The New Batch. Based off the movie of the same name, you play as Gizmo the Mogwai. Mogwai! And of course, you must fight off various gremlins that have entered the clamp complex. So without further ado, let's go. Well, for the record, I had to say that there hasn't there hasn't been much to say about this game except there have been many ports of the game. Now as Gizmo, you do have a various assortment of weapons. But for now, your only weapon of choice are tomatoes. That's right, tomatoes. And of course, when you fall, attack of the killer tomatoes! Only at the splice of life! Now these orbs are, currency. The only currency you get in this game. Of course, I'm a badly timed jumper in this game. Now, there's another version of there's another version of Gremlins 2, and of course, this is the old man from the movie, and you can get various items like health, balloons if you ever fall, like I've seen, and an extra life. So let's just say I want more health. You can only get one item. You can only get one item though. And the good thing is, yeah, these are crystal balls. That's your currency. So, oh yeah, you can also get the pogo stick as a means for limited invincibility. Of course, the trick is how to get in, but I think after this, we have cleared the stage. We have cleared this course, so now we go to stage 1 2. So it seems like we're on the second floor. So you're probably thinking, what was the other version? Well, I think there was an Amiga version. I believe there was an Amiga version. And in that version, you played as Billy. Of course, Gremlins was one of those many cult classics during the 80s. But sadly, they fade in obscurity. However, although it's forgotten, At least forgotten in the eyes of the media. What now? What I just picked up was the light bulb. Of course. Yeah, bright light indeed. Be careful when you cross this path here. Most times you have to be careful on on these various stages because you will do a lot of jumping during the course of this game. Now, if you want to, you can always go to the shop over on the far right there. If you want extra health or another balloon or another life, you can do that. But what we're going to do is we were trying to make that jump, but be careful when you make that jump. So when you actually get here, you will get a new weapon. Weapon get! I'm greeted by another cutscene in which... Remember what they said about the 3 rules about taking care of a Mogwai? Never get them wet. And never expose them to bright light, it'll kill them. And the 3rd rule... Never feed them after midnight. Yeah, I know. It's terrible, isn't it? Okay, so our second weapon is match. In which, well, it's a bit stronger than those tomatoes. You will get stronger weapons over time. But, we're in what seems to be... I don't know, it seems to be like, electrical... No, wait a minute. We're in the ventilation shaft. That's where we are. Okay, since we have to... You dick. Be very careful. We must... Since we are constantly walking past all this, just be very careful during the course of the run. And behold, we have ourselves another pogo. So, since we're at the shop again, this I think is a power-up. That's a power-up. So therefore, whenever you have a power-up, you will somehow attack in 3s. I sense a pattern here. Anyway, be careful when coming past here. They never say anything about getting electrocuted, huh? The power-up is only good for a few shots, then after that it just goes back to, well, regular. Alright, so now that we have gone here... Oh, wait a minute. I've gone the wrong way. Did I mention this course is... Did I mention that this course is also very confusing as hell? If I haven't pointed that out, you now know. It is confusing as hell. So what we're going to do is... Damn it. Jump over. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of jumping while we're here. I think we go over here. Yeah, we go over here. And do some more jumping. Now, when I said I was going to cover the Sunsoft games, I'm only going to do the Nintendo ones. I'm not going to. I know they have Sunsoft games for Genesis, but I'm only going to do one area at a time. So I'm going to focus on dealing with the Nintendo games, and depending on what I do, I may do some Super Nintendo games or some Genesis games, but that will only be slight because there's so many of these games that so many games that Sunsoft have made, but not much has been said about them. So since we're in the next area, we're doing good on time. We're now agree with the Gremlins. How endearing. So since we have a power-up, I think that helps greatly because we can fire 3 ways. Of course, the thing is, be very careful because you can easily get pushed off here. Of course, I'm not a pro LPer. Of course, what I do is, if you've seen many of my Let's Plays, I use cheats as a way to get through the game. Because somehow many people say, I don't like cheating. So, well, how about using cheats as a way of getting through the game? You ever figured that much? You ever figured that one out? It's like, yeah, oh yeah. Well, you cheat, so doesn't everybody? So, by skipping through most of the course, by using the power of balloon, we have to be very careful as we are crossing this area here. Of course, this gremlin will always shoot at an angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to get past all that. So let's see what the old man's offering. Want to power up? Yeah. I do like that power up. Because that power up is so choice. Anyway. Onward and upward. We're going to get through this area in some fashion or form. Anyway, I like that little sound it makes. Anyway, we want to get rid of that little hoppy gremlin over there. Mr. Hoppy, you've been a bad gremlin. Yes, I like being careless. Because some people say, oh, well, you're being careless. Yeah, well, you know what? Not everybody can play the same game. I mean, I've seen people try to do it the crazy way. It's like, well, I'm going to try it this way. And you know what I say? Alright, no problem. So anyway, enough of my ranting. Because since I'm a rule breaker, most times, we have reached the end of this course. So stage 2-3. Okay, so stage 2-3, we have a boss fight. Will we be able to beat that boss? Find out in the next exciting episode of Gremlins 2, The New Batch.